Chapter 1: Our Most Significant Challenge Ahead. Part 1. Earth's life support systems are the sum of the planet's ice sheets, oceans, forests, rivers, lakes, a rich diversity of life, and gigantic recirculations of carbon, water, nitrogen, and phosphorus. The system is now definitely unstable and could push it over the edge, taking us, 7.8 billion people, with it. Johan Rockström. This chapter will teach you about the basics of climate change and understand the breadth and depth that digitalization and hyperconnectivity have on our society. The main objectives of this chapter are to introduce you to climate change. It will teach you basic concepts such as the greenhouse gas GHG protocol, carbon accounting, scope 1, 2, 3, and 4 definitions, the Science-Based Targets Initiative, SBTI, net zero standards, and circular economy principles. These key concepts will be beneficial in later chapters when we dig into sustainable IT practices for you to understand how everything is linked together and what actionable insights you can formulate. In this chapter, we will cover the following topics. Climate change. Why is it our most significant challenge ahead? What causes climate change? What are GHG emissions? History of sustainability. Sustainability trends. The Paris Agreement. EU taxonomy. Sustainable finance. GHG protocol corporate standard. Science-based targets. Circular economy practices, and the well-kept secret of the IT industry. Additionally, this chapter includes a point of view from Nicole Mercedes Zethelius, Head of Global Sustainability and ESG Strategy at CGI, on the importance of data-driven environmental, social, and governance (ESG) decision-making. By the end of this chapter, you will have learned about the fundamentals of climate change and understand the implications of IT on the environment, what we need to do to start living more sustainably within the constraints of planet Earth, and what you can do in your IT decisions to ensure greener practices. For the images and other elements referred to in this chapter, please download the supplementary materials PDF from github.com/packed-publishing/sustainable-IT-playbook-4-technology-leaders-audiobook. Climate change, our most significant challenge ahead. The 2022 Global Risks Report published by the World Economic Forum highlights climate action failure as the #1 risk over the next decade. The effects are felt over the planet in extreme heat, cold, massive precipitation, drought, or wildfire. Climate change affects us all. It is a global problem that we jointly need to work on to solve. GHG emissions are more than 50% higher than in 1990. On February 27, 2022, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, released Part 2, which paints a grim picture that we continue to spiral downward, but some solutions are starting to emerge to curb the climate crisis. We need to urgently transition into a sustainable way of living where we stay well within the constraints of Earth. Humanity is currently taking significantly more than we put back in. We use the equivalent of 1.75% of Earth's resources to provide the resources we use and absorb our waste. Giner et al., 2022. Due to the rising temperatures, we are approaching a tipping point, or what scientists have labeled as the danger zone. We are not taking the necessary and drastic steps to avoid a global crisis at an unprecedented scale with unimaginable consequences. To stop climate change quickly enough, we need to think differently to develop solutions that can break the carbon emission curve. The concept of net zero carbon emissions have emerged from physical climate science. Climate policy has had a new focus in recent years: net zero emissions. The Paris Agreement reaffirmed the commitment to limit the global temperature rise to well below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably around 1.5 degrees Celsius. Reaching net zero emissions is often expressed in target dates, such as halving GHG emissions by 2030 and achieving net zero in 2040 or 2050.